And welcome back to American Agenda. As the coronavirus pandemic continues to trap Americans in their homes with no sure sign of when the light at the end of the tunnel is coming, the new normal is unfortunately leaving many without their regular income and some unemployed at an all-time high. As of this morning, information from the U.S. Department of Labor shows that 10% of the American population is now jobless. And let's weigh in and discuss this with our A-plus panel for the day, blondepolitician.com creator Camille Wead and founder and CEO of the International Council of Active Aging, Colin Milner. Camille, I want to start with you. We talk about this new normal. We don't really know what it's going to be once we get back to work, but how do you see things changing in the workforce?
It's amazing. A lot of people are starting to work from home. A lot of people have taken to heart what's going on. And with the germs in this pandemic, a lot of people are thinking about different ways that they can make money. I know hashtag side job was a big thing on TikTok. And, a lot of people are hashtagging side income. There's a lot of research and, blogging about how to make money from home. But I guess for the corporate world, there's a lot of people who are allowed to work at home. It's unfortunate not everyone can, but some people are trying to do their jobs at home. So hopefully, they'll see good projections. Their bosses will be happy with their work and, the kids won't be too distracting.
Yeah, Colin, there's talk that we may be able to go back, at least some people go back to work in May. I think that's what the Treasury Secretary targeted today. Don't know the exact date, but what would you have to see to feel comfortable getting back actually in an office working with other people?
Change. Change in regards to how the office is set up. First off, making sure that it's safe to go back in the first place. But let's assume that it is for a moment. I think that the whole environment itself will change. Change is going to happen all around us, whether it's in the travel industry, the restaurant industry. I mean, these work environments that are, people dense are going to have much fewer people, much greater spaces in between them to remain safe. So I think that the first thing that we need to look at is how do we actually change the work environment to be conducive for people to actually move back into these jobs and these positions.
Yeah, and that change too, Camille, may come with maybe some companies say, well, we didn't think we could have employees work from home, but after this, maybe they can work from home, or maybe they downsize and move into a smaller building. Do you see more companies moving to allow people to work from home and by using all of this technology that we're using now?
I do. I really do. A lot of millennials have found out ways to work from home already. In 2017, 8 million Americans worked from home, and that was a 5% increase from 2016. So it's interesting to see after this pandemic what's going to happen with people working at home and how that'll increase and how companies are trying to implement that now. It's a huge change.
Yeah, Colin, I wonder if people are going to have to see a blood test for certain employees to feel comfortable. You've either been exposed and built up antibodies, or you don't have it, and then are you going to have to wear masks? What kinds of things do you think people are going to have to see to feel comfortable again getting back into the workplace?
Well, I think we're already seeing it in its infancy in places like France, where you're only allowed to go out 1 kilometer in the French terms, around your specific apartment or house. You have to show a passport, that you are allowed to go out. Will we end up having health passports that stamp that say we're well to go into the job market? And then what will surveillance be like in case somebody actually sneaks through and is ill and infects others? How will we be able to track back? So I think that, health and tracking is going to be at the forefront of all of this.
Camille, very quickly, I know that a lot of millennials, they're up to speed with technology, but what about, are there any places that people can go, maybe baby boomers or folks that aren't up to speed with it, where they can find out how to go on a Zoom call, how to work from home, all of those things?
Google and YouTube, how to everything. That's the secret. That's the secret. It comes up right away. Sometimes I'll Google something, how to do something, and it'll be like, I don't know, it won't be exactly what I'm looking for, but for baby boomers, YouTube's, Google, it is incredibly complicated, but I promise it's not that complicated.
I think we'll figure it out. Camille, thank you very much.
I have faith.
Camille Wead and Colin Milner, thank you very much. It's going to be interesting to see how this changes, Allison. There are some workplace changes. Are people going to feel comfortable being close to one another? There's still going to be employers that need to have people in a meeting place. But anyway, to end, we've got about a half a minute here. People may have noticed you did the interview with the little